Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Dawnless Days video for you today, and as you may be able to tell from the title, we have a new faction added to the Last Breath mod, and that is KHAND. So we have another evil man faction here from the east. They have quite similar attributes to the Eastlings in some units, and sort of in their armor as well. They have quite a lot of like the old style sort of like Eastling armor that we had when the Eastlings first appeared on Dawnless Days, or as it was known then, Rise of Mordor. But yeah, so we've got quite a few that sort of armor, which is great to see because it is a bit more like Variag sort of style. And I think they gave it to, I think they just updated the Variag sort of look, but this is still Variag sort of like style equipment. It looks great, which is what KHAND really is. They're more of they're more like the Variags, and they do have Variag units in their roster. But yes, these are the Carnage Raiders. KHAND is not known for its infantry. Its best infantry is probably these Carnage Raiders. These medium axe infantry. They're not like insane, but they'll do okay. They'll hold the line for a little while. And the other sort of infantry unit that they have here is the Archetribus. I can assure you I have brought every single unit available. I will show you the roster at the end of this video, and I'll show what sort of armies I may put together or something like that. But yes, we do also have Archetribus here. They're a pretty solid unit. But yeah, I mean, they're just light, so they're not going to do like much. The infantry is not where you're going to win battles. It's going to be the cav, which we'll come on to. Eastern Legionaries, one of the most elite shock infantry available. They are very much looking like the old Variag infantry, which is a bit more like a Wayne Ryder sort of look, they've been saying. So apparently KHAND deserves these guys and this look. So it looks awesome. It really does. We then have over here Carnage Berserkers. These are a light shock infantry unit. Look awesome, by the way. Another cool Berserker unit added to Dawnless Days. These guys are basically unbreakable. They have a massive two-handed sword, as you can see there. And they do look really, really good. Obviously very vulnerable. They have got their chests out. Any ranged sort of unit is going to be able to decimate that unit if given the chance. And then over here, the other unit that we have is the mid-tier sort of shock infantry, which is the Variag Warriors themselves. So they do have, like I said, a shared sort of roster with the Eastlings. So obviously the Variags are here. What do we have out here? We have Carnage Sentries, which again are in the Eastling roster, but I mean, they got KHAND in their name, so KHAND deserves them. Archer Hunters here, so again some more like light bows. Again, not really their strength is their infantry, it's their cav is where it is, and the strength is also in price. We've got Carnage Bowman here, another solid unit, a bit more like heavy. This is a medium bow unit, so it's a bit more sturdy. And then over here, the final unit we have is the Carnage Bowman, which obviously these things have, and it's good to see that they have them as well. It just, you know, gives them some variety. We also have some spears here. We have some Archer Spearfishers. These guys actually have javies, so they're actually quite a useful unit, I think, because they could do a lot of damage and be a good flanking unit. Just javvy into the backs of current combats. But yeah, they're, again, a light spear unit. They're not going to do too much against shock infantry, that's for sure. And then over here we have Wayne Ryder Spear Warriors. These guys are great. Kind of look like the Eastern Legionaries, but they have a spear and they have a shield instead. They look great, though. Really do like their look, and this, like their spear as well. My gosh, looks great. Looks like something like sacrificial sort of spear, really. But yet they're taking into battle. Cav, we will move on to the Cav now. So we have Variag Horse Archers. I don't know if these are actually a thing. I honestly was trying to scratch my mind and have a look. But yeah, they're just like Variag Bowman on horseback. I don't know if they're actually a thing already. We then have Carnage Horse Archers here. These guys look pretty damn cool. And then in the cav department back here we have, well, in the shock cav department I should say, we have Wayne Ryder Nobles. These are both a general unit you can bring or a command unit. KHAND actually has 2 command units available to it, which is actually quite a unique. Most have just about 1. Then we have Carnage Cataphracts here, which is a very heavy shock infantry unit. These guys are great. Just basically Variag Warriors, like heavily armored with like armored horses. It's kind of like Bait in the Steppes and the Variag Lancer have had a child, and you get the Carnage Cataphracts. And then over on the other side we have Archer Chosen, which are like the old Bane in the Steppes. That's literally what they are, I think. That's their look. But they look cool. Very heavy shock, or heavy melee cav, sorry. And then Varag Riders, we know about them. And then the Bane of the Steppes, which we know about as well. And there are actually a few new units as well for Dorwinion. Dorwinion has had an entire new look given to it. They now have these Seldwyn Bridge Wards. I believe this is the was a redo of an older unit that they had. But they look great, don't they? This Pole army looks amazing. They've got like the Ravanian region sort of like armor. But like with a bit of Elven twist in there as well. And they look great. Like what people are doing with like the submod. The submods is just great, it really is. These are Vari Wanderers. I think they're new as well, but I honestly don't know. It's hard to remember what they added in Dorwin and what they didn't, but these are like heavy bow infantry. They're solid. They're like Elven archers, if I believe correctly. And there is a new spear unit as well, the Avari Warriors, which I believe are just looking like they just look like if Imladris had spears and shields. That's what they just remind me of. But yeah, so we've got like Elven infantry that's with Dorwinion as well. So, Dorwinion going to be a pretty nasty faction now, I personally think. I mean, things like Vineland Guards as well. Cav is certainly their weak point, which is quite coincidental since that is the strong point of KHAND here. And already you can see we've got some medium shock cav here. Gwinian sentries breaking. They're getting shot down by these horse archers. Really easily focused down, and now the horse archers can move on to the next one, which is a merchant escort here, and that's their only cav available for Dorwinion, so they do really struggle in that area. But yes, if you're enjoying seeing the Dawnless days on the channel at the moment and would like to see some more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment show support. It really does help out the channel. We're nearly at 7.5k subs, working towards 8, and I think we can get there very, very soon. So yeah, if you want to see more KHAND and more like Lord of the Rings action, do remember to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help. Yeah, these Varag Riders, they should easily clean up the cav here. I mean, they're getting the help from Javies as well. Those Arca, I think those, what are they called? Arca Raiders. They're also jabbing into the side, trying to get some kills. And then we have the cav here, and it's going to run over some spike traps. I did have some playing as the defenders. I thought, you know what, infantry is going to die very quickly, so we need some spike traps to even up this fight. But yeah, my Varag Riders managed to catch these sentries, and yeah, the spears here just javied this cav to pieces. And the infantry sort of went in there. We have Vineland men-at-arms going in along with the Vineland guards. And we'll see how these raiders do, these Carnage raiders. I mean, these two factions will sort of face each other, I guess. KHAND's like... I mean, Dorwinion's in the east. KHAND's sort of in the east as well. I didn't really want to do Gondor again. Gondor's very... We use Gondor a lot as an example, or as a test faction, which is fair enough. It's fairly well-rounded. But also Dorwinion does have new units. It's always good to show off both sets of new units. Yeah, the polearm's now in there. We'll see how they do. They're all getting shot at. No surprise there. And they are getting stuck in there. It seems like these Violent Men-at-Arms are losing. I don't know if that's just because they're facing an axe unit or what. But we do actually have Cav now rushing down Carnage Cataphracts. I think they're trying to just sneak in and get these archers. I'm not really sure. There's lots of horse archers trying to do the same. Yeah, these Carnage Cataphract really should just go in. The Avari warriors back here being held in reserve. And yeah, I mean, the horse archers cleaning up the remains of the cavalry. And we've got Berserkers now in there. These guys are already taking a lot of casualties. I think they're taking a lot from Archer Fire, but also they can't stay really prolonged melee for a long time. They can't be the frontline unit. They are very light. They haven't got much armor, and you can see here these like Vineland men-at-arms just cutting them down. At least I think they might. Oh no, Dorwinian infantry, slightly better than men-at-arms.
The enemy is attacking our general.
Cav in here as well. General under attack. Alright, my general over here engaged with spears. That's not a good sign. Plenty of Cav in here harassing. There's Avari warriors down here. I always want to call them nobles for some reason. the cav over here, trying to help route these wanderers and stuff. I'm going to get a rear charge now from the horse archers. And this is the strength of KHAND. If he can overwhelm with its cav, its poor infantry just needs to hold on, and its cav can come to the rescue. Even these horse archers here, putting off a reasonably decent charge. I mean, it helps that the polearm's already losing. All the polearm needs to break it, though, is just a rear charge from cavalry, and it's in trouble. Look at this, like, officer here. Looks badass. With his sword and shield out. Like his little banner on the back. These, when they have the banners in the back, it reminds me really much of Shogun 2. It really does. Eastern Legionaries, though, in here. They're really trying to cut through these guys. Haven't lost that many at all. That is interesting. Be interesting to see how the Last Breath units do. Up against, well, I mean, I guess these are the Last Breath, to be honest. Like, this is the Darwinian version of Last Breath. Seem like they're fairly balanced. It's not like seeing too much. I mean, Violent Guard is a unit that Dale also has in base games. So it's a base game unit. And there are a few base game units, I guess, for KHAND as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they do up against the more modded units. So this cav here really needs to get out of combat. It's just getting absolutely chopped to pieces by these Avari warriors here. A rear charge coming in, though, from the cav here. That is not a bad rear charge. Dormant infantry there taking a bit of a hit.
The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
The archers have survived, but they are very much more deplenished now that cavalry has run riot in there, and we have got infantry starting to break. I mean, mass breaks in here. It seems like. The infantry's getting surrounded and just taken out. Yeah, these Selduin bridge wards. I feel like they spelled bridge wrong. It's brig wards. They need to spell that right. I've just realised that now. So yeah, they could do with respelling that. Just a little bit of ironing out. It hasn't been released, has the Last Breath update yet. So they've got, I think it's being released later this month. So yeah, so they've got time to iron things out. But yeah, it's great to see. I mean, you'd never do this normally, but it's a tiny little polearm unit. You'd never usually just charge straight in, but yeah, just like that, you route it. It's tiny. It's not going to do any sort of damage. And the Cavs still healthy. Got Wayne, Ryder, Nobles still really healthy here. They're just going to charge straight into this door-winning infantry down here. Oh boy, not a bad charge. I mean, there's spears on this, so you have to be careful. These Avari warriors are elite, and they are like barely taking any casualties, and they've been in combat for a long time. We now got we got the spear warriors on their way now.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
So we get Cav. I mean, yeah, actually this Cav is like doing well. It's winning decisively, and it's charged a spear and a sword. That's pretty damn impressive. I mean, the Berserkers are still down here. Carnage Berserker, one guy left. Oh, he just died there. Rip in peace. And the Cav and even the Javies got engaged in combat, though. It's pretty impressive for the Archer Raiders. Managed to break that spear guard. And now they'll have to come over here and help route stuff here. The Dormant infantry has been routed by the Archer Chosen, which is almost gone itself. The Archer fire still coming in. Are they firing from all the way back there, those Avari Wanderers? Surely not. Surely that's like... I think it must be Carnage. No, it's not. My gosh, these guys are firing from an incredible distance. Okay, so there you go. Avari Wanderers are going to have some incredible range in this game. I did not even realize. So the last things that are left are the Avari warriors. The general has just died for Dorwinin. He was an Avari warrior himself. And it looks like just like that, morale has shattered. And that is going to be the battle. A close victory for KHAND. Look at KHAND's like icon as well with a snake and the goblet. Really like that look. So yeah, we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. I mean, it was against AI. Wasn't expecting anything but a victory. But it's always interesting to see how units do. And I mean, even these spear guards and these Avari warriors did well. And the bridge wards did okay. Or the brig wards, I should call them. Yeah, getting 124 kills, 120. I mean, for a speed, it's not bad. AI managed to get that. Imagine what a player is going to do. But yeah, Dorwinin, a solid faction. Cav is its weakness, yes, but it can be fairly... I think it could be fairly decent in other areas. It's quite ironic that they've got terrible Cavs since they're facing other Cav-heavy factions. But yes, KHAND did very well with the cav. I mean, 209 kills these horse archers here. Varag Riders 120, 154 with the Archetribus, Bowman getting 141. The good thing with the Bowman is that they can also go into melee. They've got reasonable melee stats. What else did fairly well? Legionaries here, the Eastern Legionaries getting 141. Varag Warriors getting 120. Wayne Ryder Nobles 153. So yeah, some solid kills. I can't wait to see KHAND in some battles. I'd be interested to see them in a siege, because I imagine their infantry's gonna like be pretty weak, but they certainly in a land battle, KHAND could be great. That is for sure. But yeah, I'll quickly show you. These were all the units. I'm pretty sure I brought every single unit here. For KHAND. Yeah, I think these all got brought. It's a reasonably sized roster. Not too bad at all. Let's just see. I'm just interested to see whether Eastlings do have... No, they don't have Variag bows. So there you go. And then, yeah, Darwinian's roster. Looking quite good. It's looking fairly decent, actually. You know, like I said, Cav is just where they are weak. But yeah, their infantry is pretty good, and spears and polearms are also good. But yeah, I think KHAND's gonna be great because its cav is reasonably cheap as well. Heavy, this is heavy melee cav here, and you can bring 3 of it. But it costs just under 1,200. That's pretty damn cheap for that cav. That's solid. Varied riders as well, solid like unit and decent price as well. Certainly, if you were bringing these guys and the rules were like 6 of any unit. Honestly, like, Carnage could be a great faction. I mean, Carnage Cataphract's a bit more expensive, 1,500 though. Not too bad. And the Variag Horse Archers at 1,300 as well. Not too bad. I mean, they're a heavy bow cav, so they could probably do okay in melee. Or do some good rear charges. But yeah, infantry, kind of sucky at 700. The best axe infantry here. Their shock is reasonably good. And the spears actually are probably pretty good as well to have in the front line. But yeah, that is KHAND for you guys. So yes, the new Last Breath update will be up very soon. So if you have got the sub mod, definitely go and check it out. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.